All right. Welcome, everybody. This is our senior student panel. We started this several years ago because we wanted to give our community the opportunity to meet some of our graduating seniors and to learn a little bit about the different paths that our seniors take to get to earn their high school diploma. We intentionally choose seniors that have taken different paths and had different experiences to get to the graduation stage. And then you'll also learn a little bit about what their paths are coming up in the next year and beyond. So we'll start by introducing our panel. We'll go left to right, and we'll start with Fabian.
All right. I'm Fabian Kalunga. I am graduating from New Haven Academy. And my plan from this on is to go to Chabot Community College, and then after a few years there in their automotive program, transfer out to Alameda Community College with their diesel program.
Thank you. Isaac.
Hello, my name is Isaac Alamillo. I am a senior at Conley-Caraballo High School, and after school, I want to go to Cypress Mandela in Oakland, California. I want to take advantage of their electrical and carpentry program.
Perfect. Thank you. Noah.
Hello, my name is Noah Huerta. I am graduating from Conley-Caraballo High School, and next year I plan to go to Ohlone and then later transfer to either Berkeley or Santa Cruz to become an educator.
All right. Genesis.
Hi, my name is Genesis Samayoa. I'm graduating from James Logan High School, and this fall I plan to go to UC Berkeley to major in nutrition and metabolic biology and possibly minor in music.
Wow. All right. Imogen.
Hi, my name is Imogen. The school I'm graduating from is New Haven Academy, and my plans for next year are to go to Ohlone College for animation.
Marlene.
Hello, I'm Marlene. I'm graduating from James Logan High School. Next year, I'm going to UC Santa Cruz to major in biology. And in the future, I'd like to be a derm PA or maybe a dermatologist.
And Sergio.
Hi, my name is Sergio Castillo. I'm graduating from Logan, and my plans for the next couple of years is attend San Jose City College, major in psychology and in a minor in Chicano studies. And hopefully after, if I decide to pursue my education, I transfer to either San Jose State University or Northridge or Channel Islands.
Great. All good choices there. That's great. Okay, our first question is, what advice would you give to your 8th grade self, and what would you do differently if you were going to do it again? So we'll start with Genesis.
I would tell my 8th grade self to not be afraid to challenge yourself and try new things, because you're more than capable of doing these things, and also to ask questions whenever it's necessary. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because there's plenty of people who are open to help you out and succeed.
That's a really good point. Sometimes all you need to do is ask, so that's great advice. Imogen.
I would ask for help, reach out for counselors and family, and what I've done differently is work on my mental health.
Thank you. And Marlene.
I would tell my 8th grade self to not be so shy and put myself out there. I would also tell myself to raise my hand more and participate more in class.
Fabian.
For me, I went through independent studies after COVID. I started working at 14, gave myself a lot of work experience. I really developed what I want to do in the future from not taking the regular path. And even now, graduating a year early, it's that's not a regular path for New Haven Academy students. But just constantly be open to everything, roll with the punches, adapt, change. Because if you stay the same, you won't grow.
And you took classes at Chabot as well, is that right?
I did. I took a music history class at Chabot. It was just to get credits, but it was still learning. I enjoyed it. And I think that's what, made me want to take more classes at Chabot this next coming year.
Fabian's a perfect example of someone who took advantage of a lot of the different, we have so many different pathways. There's a lot of great ways to go, and Fabian took advantage of them. I'm glad to see that. Okay, on to this next question, which is, what should students do outside of school to help achieve their goals after graduation? And we'll start with Imogen.
I would say that they should go and discover who they are and find new skills and hobbies they can use in the workforce.
All right. How about you, Sergio?
I feel like students should be able to should go out and explore more, especially if it comes to something of, exploring a hobby or something that they find some type of interest in. Even if it's like maybe you see something online and maybe you should go try it out. Especially if it's like do any type of like internship or any type of program that honestly, especially for me personally, like I went through so many, like as of recently, I'm a part of urban peace movement. So honestly, like those opportunities open up gateways to, and to open up those gateways to more opportunities that you can go down in the long run.
That's great advice. Getting involved with something because you never know where it's going to lead. That's great advice. What activities are most helpful into getting into college? And we'll start with Marlene.
I think you should get involved in your community. Like you can volunteer at your youth group, the library, or like at a summer camp. And also make sure that like your college essay really reflects who you are.
That's great. How about you, Sergio?
At least for me, my first initial thought was honestly I should just go straight to a trade. I personally feel like education was like not something for me until like I decided to sign up for psychology. And with that I got into psychology 1 and 2. And then after I decided to sign up into a different type of psychology, which is called transpersonal psychology. So I'm enrolled into that. And honestly, I feel like it's more of trying to go out there and go into more new experiences and also like putting yourself around others that like kind of have that same interest as you, or like basically just good energy, because good energy tends to push you into an environment or there's some type of mindset that you would never ever thought of like you would be able to be in. So I'd probably say that.
That's good advice too. Thank you. Well, AP classes are tough. They're not for everybody, and I think sometimes kids at Logan in particular feel like they need to take too many of them. So, should students take AP classes, or would you be better off enrolling concurrently, like Fabian did at Chabot? How many should you take? What's the deal with AP classes? There's probably some 8th graders out there wondering right now. So we'll start with Genesis.
I think it really depends on like the pathway that you want to take after high school. Because like you said, it's not necessary to take all of the AP classes. There's so many. And I don't think that like AP classes are necessarily better than concurrent classes. I think they're both different and helpful in very different ways. So it really depends on the path you want to take. And then kind of once you have an idea, you can kind of make decisions based off that. Like, for example, I'm going into nutrition, so I didn't have a need to do like AP Comp Sci or AP US History, for example. So you don't need to like build a whole stack of stuff just because you want to put it on like your application. It's really about what most interests you and what will benefit you the best.
All right. And well, personally, people are probably wondering because, Berkeley's obviously a very reputable school. How many AP classes did you take throughout your?
I think I took one, my first one was sophomore year, and then I took 2 my junior year. And then this year was 4.
Oof.
Senior year was a little bit more busy than other ones. So I didn't take as many as other people would, but again, it's kind of what helps the most to build your portfolio for what you want to do.
Would you take 4 again if you were going to do it again in your senior year?
No.
Okay, so you don't have to, for any students that are wondering out there, you don't have to kill yourself with AP courses over 4 years. Perfect example here. Marlene.
I think, yeah, you definitely don't need to take it. But I think you should maybe try just taking one that interests you to see if like you can do it or if you really want to, and then you can just go from there. And like Genesis says, you don't have to like take a bunch just so then it will look better. I think like you'll do good in the class if you actually enjoy what you're learning.
So throughout your high school career, how many AP courses did you take? Because again, Santa Cruz, very reputable school, good school. What did you do?
I didn't really take that many. I only took 4. I took 1 my sophomore year, 2 my junior year, and I'm only taking 1 this year.
All right. an example of how you don't have to have 6 per year in order to do well. So that's great. For our DSIS and CC Conley-Caraballo High School students, actually New Haven Academy and NHUSD Conley-Caraballo students, what are the real advantages there? And is there anything that you feel like is a disadvantage to getting your diploma through two of our different pathways? And why don't we start with, let's see, I said to go left or right. Start with Fabian.
All right. So there's a lot of advantages with New Haven Academy. And I'd say the biggest one has to be it's completely flexible. There was weeks where I barely touched school, and every day I was just working all day, and then I'd come home, go to bed immediately. And there's other weeks where I didn't have work often, so I just put it all into school. But there's for sure disadvantages. You have to build a lot more relationships outside of school, because you can't hang out with like students because you don't really know too many students from your own school. But it's definitely something, and you can do dual enrollment with Logan. All year I've been taking a class with Mr. K in automotive, and it's been good. It's let me socialize with more people around me, people that I know, people my age. That's definitely one of them. And just more pros is that it's flexible. You could graduate early. You could take your time. It's like that's just the best thing about it, especially with someone like me. With dyslexia, I always felt like there was so much pressure on keeping up with the class, and when all that pressure is gone, it lets me thrive as much as possible.
Thank you. That's really good insight. Also, you mentioned something else that I don't know that everybody's aware of, is that you have the option of being enrolled in New Haven Academy and taking classes at Logan, or being enrolled at Logan and taking classes at New Haven Academy. And that's something that provides another option for our students. I don't know how many students know that, but if anybody's out there wondering if you can mix and match a little bit like that to meet your needs, you certainly can. And Fabian's a good example of that. Isaac, how about you?
There's a lot of pros and cons. Like the biggest ones for me were when I transferred to Conley, there was like a real like noticeable difference in the size of the school and just like one-on-one relationships with the teachers. Each teacher like has their own kind of like unique like personal relationship with their student. And I feel like at Logan, the school is really big. It's really hard for teachers to connect with every single one of their students. And at Conley, it was like really easy. Also, just your social setting was really small. So making friends was really easy. Getting to know people was really easy. Everybody knows each other. The cons, I would say, is you don't really have a lot of after school activities. There's a lot, but there's not as many as Logan. So your day kind of is up to you. You start at 9, you end at 2. You go out, go to work, or you go home. At Logan, I feel like your day kind of revolves around your school, especially if you have after school activities. But yeah, so.
Great. Thank you. That's a good comparison of the two. I appreciate that. Noah, how about you?
I think that there are very, very little cons. My experience at Conley has been amazing. I think that Conley is such an amazing school, and I think that if you are struggling with your education journey and if you need extra help, come to Conley and they will help you. There is such a personal relationship, like Isaac said, with all of the teachers. It is so easy to make these bonds and these connections. And I love Conley. I feel like the only downside is that, I don't know, we have to put our phones away. But even that, like that skyrocketed our grades. And ever since we started putting our phones away, then people's grades were jumping up by at least 2 letters. It's amazing. I love Conley. I recommend it to everybody who asks me about my alternative education. I love the teachers. I could go on and on about how I love my school. The view is beautiful. There are literally cows in our backyard and deer. Like, why wouldn't you want to come to our school? It's amazing. I could go on and on.
I agree with you. I have the benefit and the privilege of being able to go to all the schools. And Conley is definitely our most beautiful school or the most beautiful setting up there. And the whole vibe up there is great. It's a really good alternative. If you're just looking for something different than what Logan offers, which is great, but you have 3,000 students there and it's a whole different situation and setting. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's see. So when should students start preparing for college or career or military? What steps are essential in that process? And Noah, we'll come back to you.
I think that we should not be 15, 16, 17, 18 deciding what we need to do for the rest of our lives. We are so young. My worst fear is waking up at 45 and hating my life because of the choices that I made when I was young. I changed my career path like 10 times, and I'm probably going to do it again. And I think that obviously, if you are set in stone and you know that what you want to do is what you want to do, not what your family influences to you, what they want you to do. I think that you have to choose what makes you happy and you have to seek it out, and there are field trips at Conley. We went to like 6 different colleges. You can go and check those out and see which ones you like. And I think that's another amazing thing about Conley is that they take us on these field trips. And again, like, take your time. Nothing is set in stone. Do something that makes you happy. Don't become an institutionalized drone just because you decided on what you're going to do for the rest of your life when you're 15. That's crazy. Okay, thank you.
That's really good advice. I'm an example of that. I graduated from high school thinking I was going to be a marine biologist, and now I'm a school superintendent. And there were a lot of twists and turns along the way. So, yeah, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. Although it's good to have an idea, a goal. Whether you're a diesel engineer or a metabolic biologist, they're great goals. But if you do something different along the way, that's okay too. It's a long journey, and you might as well enjoy it. Great advice. Thank you, Noah. All right. Well, now we've reached the part of our program where we know that all of you have had people that have influenced you along the way. Somebody that might have stepped in, changed your course, made your life better, or maybe just a class that you really liked, maybe a custodian or a cafeteria worker that had an impact on you, whatever it may be. But you get a chance to thank somebody now for helping you along your path. And we'll go again left to right. We'll start with Fabian.
All right. For me, it's massive tie, because I took automotive at Logan, and Stephen K is such an influential teacher for me. He's teaching classes at Chabot, which is why I want to go there. He really wants to connect me to a lot of different paths that fit my career goal. He wants to connect me to Caterpillar. He wants to connect me to AC Transit with their round the clock schedule. It's like there's a lot of paths that he's willing to show me, just because I think he sees a lot of himself in me. And then besides him, it's Miss Silberman at New Haven Academy, who's been shaping me for a long time. She just great teacher, just really good at shaping the minds of the youth.
Thank you, Isaac.
I got 3 people I want to shout out. First one, Miss V at Logan, really helped me with a lot of things. Really put my mind on something I could do something with my life. Helped me with trying to get into a new school like Conley, meeting new people and everything. She helped me get out of a lot of trouble, and it was just a really good time in her class. Miss T and Miss Gentry at CCHS, really good teachers. I love both of them. Some of my best friends at Conley. And then CCMS, Mr. Jackson, culinary teacher, that's my homie. He also, from a young age, also really instilled in me that I could be more than what I think I am. Thank you.
Thank you. Noah.
I am also having a really hard time deciding. I think that Miss Tanchioko had such a great impact on me. I mean, She's kind of the person who helped me realize that I want to be a teacher. Sorry, I'm so emotional. She's amazing. She's helped me out so much. So has Miss Gentry. I'm just so grateful that I could come to Conley and meet these people because they have influenced my life in amazing ways. I don't think that they even know.
Well, they'll know now. Thank you. That's really nice. Genesis.
I'd like to thank my Puente counselor, Ms. Mesa. She's been a huge help over the last 4 years. Just from anything that ranges like on the college journey, but also just like other stuff. Like I've built a really great relationship with her where I can like come in even if I haven't signed up on the wait list and I just like ask her whatever I need. And then my science teacher from last year, Miss Noche, she was an amazing teacher. She really strengthened my interest in science and showed me that I was capable of taking really hard classes and succeeding in them. And then I'd also like to thank my water polo coaches because they made water polo feel like family and helped me take my mind off of school. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Imogen.
I would like to thank Miss Miller. She is a case manager at New Haven Academy. She encouraged me to come here and slowly overcome my anxiety.
Thank you.
I would like to thank Miss Wong and Miss Thompson, my English and Calc teacher. When I was like struggling in their classes or if I needed help with anything, I would come in at lunch and they were always there to help me with like whatever I needed. So yeah, I really like that.
Great. Sergio.
For me, it was pretty hard, but I'll try to make it fast because it's 3 people. My first person, I would want to say so much thank you, like such a like deep down in my heart, Ms. Manuela Allen. Honestly, since I met her like sophomore junior year, I was like going through a lot, and I was on like the verge of like not being able to graduate at Logan. And honestly, she was like so supportive and really helped me to like really like try to like kind of go back into that motion. And as of now, I'm gonna be graduating in like 2 weeks. So honestly, so much thanks to her, and she's done so much for me, and I always tell her thank you and thank you. But I feel like words are like never enough. So yeah. My second person, I'd also say Ms. Viegas. Ever since freshman year, she was my teacher. She was always close to me. She always motivated me to keep doing what I wanted to do, and she was also the reason why I wanted to kind of pursue ethnic studies and like Chicano studies, especially as like a minor on top of my psychology. So I also thank her for creating the person that I am today and kind of motivating me. And the last person I'd want to say is Mr. Lamb. He's my psychology teacher. So I always wanted to say thank you to him as well because he also helped me like shape the person I am today.
Wow. A lot of good shout outs for a lot of people that are working hard. So thank you. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Well, that is our panel. That is, I'm excited for all of you. And boy, what different journeys you've taken all to get to the same spot. And congratulations to all of you for achieving this moment. A couple weeks away, it'll all be behind you. You'll have your diploma in your hand and you're off to bigger and better things. So thank you, everybody. And